All right. Hello, everyone. It's me, Salmonella, your favorite fresh, fishy streamer. And the second I start the stream, I have to blow my nose, so please excuse me while I mute myself. All right. Allergies. Even in October, Texas has so much pollen. But yes, today we are playing Bogleech's Don't Get Spooked, a choose your own adventure full of Bogleech's wonderful art. So let's go ahead and get started. The ugly house looms like a rotten skeleton head atop an evil cliff. Every time you look at it, there is some lightning. You have to go inside because it is raining. But little do you know that this is no ordinary house. This is the spookiest house in the world. Are you ready to get spooked? Dare you enter? Alright, so we are going to enter the spooky house. The foyer is an ominous and dirty place. A maggot of magnificent size greets you at the front desk. Now, this is a choose your own adventure, so as soon as when somebody joins us, I'll allow chat to help me make decisions. But until then, it's going to be me on my own, trying not to get spooked. I wonder if there's any secret things to click on. Talk to the magnificent maggot. Look at the cat picture. Who's that lurking in shadow? What's in the closet? Explore the guest room. Step out into the courtyard. Review inventory. Review your monster album. Knock, knock. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Let's check out my inventory. You decide to take a look at your hideous inventory thus far. You are currently carrying the following things. Yourself, abject terror. Return to the foyer. Let's talk to the magnificent maggot. The magnificent maggot says, another slow night. Come back often for some juicy gossip. To save your place, just copy the entire ungainly URL up there, anywhere in the house. Be sure to save it someplace in your files, and just paste it into any browser when you want to continue where you left off. Well, I'm going to be attempting to finish this all in one go, so hopefully we don't need to hopefully we don't need to stutter. Hopefully we don't need to save. You think this place is skeevy now, but you ain't seen nothing until you've been spooked a few times. A lot of options that we don't have access to yet. Let's look at the cat picture. A framed picture of a cat decorates the front desk. The magnificent maggot says, Miwi was a good cat until she got hit by that semi. Then she was a great cat. The picture of the cat is the unspookiest thing in the entire house. You feel less spooked looking at it. Return to foyer. Who's that lurking in shadow? Out of the shadows looms the spookiest thing in the world. It's a secretive, creepy person. To seek, collect, and preserve. Or was it search, corral, and panic? Yeah, you can call me redacted, kid. Come back if you find anything weird for me. Weird? Take your pick, duder. It's a secretive, creepy person. The secretive, creepy person does not have time to deal with your inane nonsense. He proceeds to data expunged. You have some that is some spooky spookingness. You are spooked. You have been spooked. Oh no! We've been spooked. We're barely 5 minutes in. Return to foyer. Is everything fine? I've been spooked a little bit. I've just been spooked a little bit. Is my inventory any different? Can I look at my inventory? I can't. I can see who lives beneath the floorboards. Oh, there's the lurking shadow. There's redacted. I couldn't even see them. I thought the lurking shadow was down here, but this is whoever's under the floorboards. What's lurking in the closet? You reach for the closet door, and then popped out a skeleton! Bad through the bone, baby! The skeleton who popped out is far too radical to behold. He is shredding off the walls on his dinosaur skateboard. It is the coolest thing you've ever seen. You are almost positive that nothing could make this skeleton cooler. I don't have any of these things. Can I just give him... I can give him a Pepsi Max, video games, cigarettes, another Pepsi Max, or a Cobra tattoo. I don't have any of these things in my inventory. What if I... The skeleton says, I am over 9,000 spooky for you. The skeleton who popped out is shredding into doors, cabinets, boxes, behind furniture, and then just popping out again and again. He is just popping out all over the place. You have never seen a skeleton pop out of so many things, so many times, and each time he more radical and more terrifying than the last time. You have been hardcore spooked out to the extreme, dog. You have been too spooked. Return to the foyer. Okay, let's check out the guest rooms. The hideous guest rooms line a hideous, horrid hallway of bizarre and also hideous doors. Open the rodent-shaped door. Open the moldy red door. You cannot fit through the slender door. You cannot fit through the squat door. Open the coffin door. Open the containment door. Oh my Jesus, Holy Mother of God Almighty! Look at the normal-shaped door. Review inventory. Return to the foyer. Who's that watching you? Oh, we've got an ad break. So, as per usual for ad break protocol, check out dubby.gg for all your energy drink needs. They make really quite tasty energy drink powders. I mean, they do taste like energy drinks, which is to be expected from an energy drink. But they're really quite nice, and I enjoy them. I have the tiger blood flavor and the yuzu flavor. I got the sample pack, which comes with several flavors, including beach and peach, which I look forward to trying. You know, maybe next time we have an ad break, I will go and get the beach and peach, and we'll try another Dubby flavor on camera. I like to mix the flavors when you need an extra boost of caffeine. It says on the container, don't take more than 1 or 2 doses a day. But when you have the incredible fortitude of one such as myself, I am a fortitudinous fish, you see. You discover that sometimes you need a little extra caffeine, and I mix the yuzu flavor with the tiger blood flavor, and it makes the tropical fruit flavor extra citrusy, and I find that quite tasty. It also mixes very well with other drink powders. I have a concoction where I mix fruit punch Gatorade powder, either of my Dubby energy powders, my joint support powder, because I'm old and I have rattly joints, and also my super saline Normalite, which is like the Potsy Gatorade, so it's double sodium, and I mix that all together, and it makes a truly absurd concoction, but it's really quite tasty. But yes, next time we have an ad break, I'll go ahead and check out getting a sample, and we can taste test another Dubby flavor on screen. Heck yeah. Oh my Jesus, Holy Mother of God Almighty, look at that normal-shaped door. Ad break ends in 3, 2, 1. And welcome back, everybody. We are going to check out my inventory really quick. I just have abject terror. It doesn't say that I've been spooked twice, but I might get, but we'll see. Let's go through the normal-shaped door. Behind the heinously ordinary door is the spookiest thing in the world. It's Regular Man. Watch out, I'm regular-shaped and I don't do anything. Whoa, thanks for the tip, regular man. I will definitely watch out for that. Alright, let's go through let's see who's watching me. Peering from the shadows is the spookiest thing in the world. It's a dead skull. I'm always looking at you. I know all the secrets. What kind of douche wears sunglasses indoors anyway? Nobody can even tell if you're looking at them or not. Ugh. Ugh, this skull is totally dead and still talking. You better run all the way back to the foyer if you know what's good for you. Let's look at the cat picture and get less spooked. Let us see, does the Magnificent Maggot have any gossip for us? Listen, kid, I've been around longer than you probably think, and if there's one thing I've learned, it's that there's nothing cooler than a skeleton in sunglasses. Not in this decade, at least. Wait, what was the other thing that he said? Oh, no, nothing new. Okay. Let's go to the lounge. The hideous lounge is littered with hideous entertainment devices that probably came out of some hideous thrift store. There are 2 public bathrooms here, possibly boasting some hideous qualities. Turn on the television. See what's on the internet. Play some cool games on the Spooker Nintendoom. Dig around in the couch cushions. Barge into the men's bathroom. Barge into the women's bathroom. Review inventory. Return to foyer. Well, I think the most important thing that we can do right now is barge into the women's bathroom. Out of the bathroom stall springs the spookiest thing in the world. It's Gross Boobs Ghost. Hey kid, you want to see some gross ghost boobs? Sorry, Gross Boobs Ghost, but I don't think I can handle that right now. I got a lot on my plate. Sure, why not? You only live once. Let's see those bad boys. Sorry, Gross Boob Ghost, but I am a wiener baby, and I find the nude female body to be an abhorrent, shameful disgrace. Let me get back on you to that. Escape to the foyer. Check one of the other stalls. I think it is vitally important that we see those bad boys. Gross Boobs Ghost says, "Foolish mortal, behold!" Oh, those are some gross boobs. Those are some incredibly gross boobs right there. What have you done? Why did you ask to look at those? The gross ghost boobs are terrible, and you totally hate them. They are the most awful thing you have ever seen. They are so awful you want to die forever, but you know not if even the sweet embrace of death could ever liberate your damned soul from the unspeakable grossness you have subjected yourself to. You have been punished for your hubris. You have gazed into the abyss, and the abyss has gazed back. You have been 3-spooked. Oh, I need a sip of water. Let me mute myself. Hooey booey, this is some intense voice acting. Oh, what? I've been spooked. I've been spooked. The lounge looks different. What's that? Something is wrong. Retching. I'm not going to make retching noises because I might actually retch. Black lungs don't say anything at all. Hack. Cough. Return to foyer. Oh, the foyer is so spooky. Something is wrong. Look at the cat picture. A framed picture of a cat decorates the front desk. The picture of a cat is the unspookiest thing in the entire house. You feel less spooked looking at it. Oh, thank goodness. I've no longer been spooked. Goodness gracious, let's talk to the Magnificent Maggot. Nothing new? Alright. Let's check out the courtyard. Why would you step out into this hideous courtyard? It's still raining out here, stupid. There are a number of disquieting shrubberies here. Go for a dip in the gross pool. Whoa, what's up with that crazy rake? Maybe there's a chill dog in the doghouse. Is that a big pile of cat parts? What's going down in those ill bushes? Who knows what tight stuff could be in that dumpster? That sewer grate looks like a happening place for your bad self. Let's check out the cat parts. Out of the catscape springs the spookiest thing in the world. It's Catscape. The grisly abomination is an ever-growing feline landscape, fused bodies with sanity-rending vision of some unspeakable biological hell. Kitties! Kitties? Kitties! I hate Mondays. Hello, YOLO! Welcome to the stream! We are playing Don't Get Spooked. We have already been spooked once. We are well on our way to getting spooked again because this is the spookiest thing in the world! This is a choose your own adventure, so feel free to vote on options. Feel free to give your advice, but in the meantime, I'm going to, I latched onto the Garfield face, so I'm going to say I hate Mondays. You attempt to pet one of the kitties on its adorable pointy ears. Your fingers stick fast to the amalgamation of feline flesh. You are hastily absorbed forever by the catscape and royally spooked out. You have been spooked. Back to the courtyard. Where do you want to go next? Where do you want to go next? We have we've spoken to the magnificent maggot. The cat picture. The cat picture is how you get unspooked when you get spooked. We've talked to the lurking shadow. I don't think I have anything more for him. The closet has the rad skeleton in it. We've gone to the guest rooms, but we've only explored one of the rooms. We went to the lounge, and we saw the gross boobs ghost. The courtyard is where the catscape is. We can check out the floorboards. Let's check out our monster album, and then there's Knock Knock, Most Mysterious. So we've got Magnificent Maggot, Redacted, The Skeleton, Dead Skull, Gross Boobs Ghost, Catscape, Black Lungs, Regular Man. We are filling out our Monsterpedia. Let me take a sip of tea. This voice is making me hack up phlegm. Which is appropriate. Oh! Speaking of Bogleech, Bogleech just released Mortasheen on Etsy, Ko-fi, and itch.io. You can purchase the full version of the Monster Collector TTRPG. Guest rooms it is. The Monster Collector, so we've got the rodent-shaped door, the moldy red door, we cannot fit through the slender door, we cannot fit through the squat door, the coffin door, the containment door. We went through the normal-shaped door, and that's where Regular Man is. The invisible door! That's a new option. Last time we had to check who was looking at us, and that's how we found the dead skull. But you should check out Bogleech. He posted on his Tumblr. He's probably posted on his Blue Sky as well. I don't know if he has a Twitter still. But he posted his Mortasheen book. It comes in hardcover, softcover, and digital version. I'm going to buy the digital version and absolutely disseminate that shit and force people to play it with me. Let's go through the coffin door! Out of the coffin door springs the spookiest thing in the world! It's Dinosaur Dracula! Who dares disturb the slumber and/or internet journalism of Dinosaur Vampire? Prove your worthiness, primate of the sunlit world. Which version of Gremlins 2 featured a cameo by Hulk Hogan? The theatrical cut, the home video cut. Shut the door! Ah! Shut the door! What does this... Okay, Dinosaur Dracula is apparently a real... Okay, that's... 10/31/25. This is still updating. Dinosaur Dracula. What is Dinosaur Dracula? Online magazine. Okay, so Dinosaur Dracula is an actual magazine that is still updating. That's delightful. Do you have any idea which version of Gremlins 2 has the cameo by Hulk Hogan? Because I certainly don't. I know I watched Gremlins 2, but I only remember the sexy gremlin. For totally normal reasons. I totally didn't hyperfixate on the sexy gremlin for any inappropriate reasons. There's no, don't think about that. Don't think about that. Don't even think about that, dog. Don't even think about that. Let me see. So, I'm gonna try the theatrical cut. Dinosaur Dracula says, right, Hulkster's best role. Like all of them. Now, which is the best flavor of Kool-Aid? Ghoul-Aid, Scary Black Cherry, Eerie Orange. I'm gonna go with Scary Black Cherry. Dinosaur Dracula says, you have failed Dinosaur Dracula's test. The primordial Nosferatu bites your jugular with his titanic saurian jaws and sucks your body dry of its precious blood. You have been too spooked. Return to the guest rooms with your shame. Return to the foyer with also shame. Can the magnificent maggot tell me anything? They say the catscape could grow to engulf the whole planet. No, what's the maggot's voice? They say the catscape could grow to engulf the whole planet one of these days. I've always preferred cat over dog any day. Okay, so he doesn't have anything about Dinosaur Dracula. Let's go to... Who's that watching you? Okay, so whenever it's who's that watching you, it's the dead skull again. So what's knock knock? A pair of disembodied organs greet you in fedoras. Mr. Brains and Mr. Guts say, goodness gracious, Guts! A potential patron in a place such as this truly warms this old-fashioned traveling salesman's heart. I thought you sold that, Brains. Found another when we checked in. Same chap who had these lovely hats, actually. Anywho, might we interest you in a genuine, bona fide, one-of-a-kind pair of Spook-O-Vision goggles? Guaranteed to spook you whenever you want, wherever you want. Are you going out of town for a delivery? Drive safe. No thanks. I don't want the spook goggles. I don't need the spook goggles. Let's go to the guest rooms and let's try the containment door. Out of the containment door springs the spookiest thing in the world. It's Skippy. Stop looking at me. Stop it. I will literally break you. Geez, sorry, dude. I'll look away, I promise. I'm totally not looking at you. Try not to blink. Shut the door. Shut the door. I'll look away, I promise. Skippy says, you're almost as dumb as those foundation guys. They haven't even found my off switch. The concrete anomaly wastes no time snapping your spine the very instant you look away. That is one of the spookiest things to ever happen to you. You have been 3 spooked. Return to the guest rooms. Something is wrong. Warm crevice. Flat Patrick says, need your saliva. No! Return to the foyer. Look at the cat picture. It's so unspooky. What does the magnificent maggot have to say? Skippy just doesn't like it if you're looking at them. The thing's got some issues. It might really throw it for a loop if it couldn't actually tell whether your eyes are open. Return to the foyer. Okay, well, can I get the spook goggles? Do I need the spook goggles to look at Skippy? Can I bring Skippy to Redacted? Because Skippy's clearly a containment thing that Redacted wants. Interesting, interesting. Let's go to the courtyard. Let's go for a dip in the gross pool. Deep beneath the surface of the kiddie pool sleepeth the spookiest thing in the world. It's Cthulhu. See, this is much creepier and unreality-y than just squid-faced winged green humanoid. This is more interesting. You can never defeat me. I am the most biggest monster. The polypus cosmic deity is sepulchral and squamous, as it looms like an eldritch mountain from the inflatable kiddie pool. Its four-dimensional flesh is an indescribable spectacle, and it is way weird. Ja, Cthulhu Fatagan. Ja, Shub Niggereth. Tekelili. Quick, make the mark of the elder sign. Cthulhu is polypus. Cthulhu is cyclopean. Cthulhu is crepuscular. Cthulhu is shuddersome. Cthulhu is whatever eldritch means. Cthulhu is super gross. Cthulhu is undulating. Cthulhu is, like, wet and stuff. Cthulhu is a lot of things. Make the mark of the elder sign. Cthulhu says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa. Still the best 1926. The cosmic Leviathan is unfazed by your pitiful efforts. It violates your mind with indescribable visions of non-Euclidean architecture and impossible cats. You have been spookified, great old school style. You have been spooked. Return to foyer." Interesting. Let's see who lives under the floorboards. Oh no, it's a diver's mummy. Oh, after all these years, I'm still dead tired. Oh my God. Oh my God. You can't believe it said that. That is the scariest thing you've ever heard. You have been too spooked. Return to the foyer. Let's go to the, so we've seen the foyer spookified, the guest room spookified, the lounge spookified. So let's get spooked in the courtyard so we can see the courtyard spookified. Whoa, what's up with that crazy rake? You investigate the rake only to discover the spookiest thing in the world. It's the rake. Unspeakably evil things. The rake is one of the most unspeakably evil and spookiest of all known monsters. It is whispering unspeakably evil things to you as we speak. Stop that, rake. You are literally just saying unspeakable things. Stop that, rake. You are not supposed to look like that. Stop that, rake. You are a rake. Yes, there are so many references to online creepypastas in this and various horror entities. This is delightful. The rake says, "Oh man, you have spoken the sacred words and broken the curse on the rake for all time. The rake has become a good guy. Rake acquired. Review inventory." Oh, we did the right answer. We didn't even get spooked. We've got yourself, abject terror, and a rake. Okay, let's go back to the courtyard. The rake is in your inventory already. Maybe there's a chill dog in that doghouse. Out of the doghouse crawls the spookiest thing in the world. It's Frown Dog. Frown Dog is frowning. Now this is an obvious reference to Smile Dog, which genuinely spooked me in the past. You are filled with gut-wrenching discomfort as the mangled dog child looks very unhappy on you. Come on, girl, cheer up. Do you want to play fetch? Play dead. Maybe this rake can beat the sad out of you. Come on, how about a big smile? No, it's too sad. Run away. Can we get a smile? The canine apparition frowns harder in your general direction. It frowns so hard that you begin to gush blood from virtually every orifice and are totally spooked out because of it. You have been 3 spooked. Courtyard. Something is wrong. Itching colors. The Xenagogue says, intrusion, intrusion, zone leak detected, penetration imminent. The Xenagogue stabs you with one of its phantasmal needles into your body. It leaves no hole and causes no pain. You may never know what it has done. Something is wrong. To the foyer. Let's see if there's anything new in the lounge. Nothing new in the lounge. Guest rooms. Nothing new in the guest rooms. Look at the cat picture. Spooky. I feel unspooked. I think somewhere in the credits it tells you whose cat this is. I don't know if it's Bogleech's cat. Bogleech said he might try and join us. This is going a lot faster than I thought it would. See, I planned this for 3 p.m. instead of 6 p.m. because I thought it was going to take an extra long time. But honestly, it might not, so who knows. But we'll see. Let's go back to the foyer. What does the magnificent maggot have to say? Nobody knows where that frown dog came from. Some say it isn't even a dog at all. It spends all its time moping in its little house. If only someone or something could put a smile on its face. You ever read Call of Cthulhu? He talks big, but that climax? What a pansy. Alright, let's see what else can we do. Let's go to... Can I take anything from... Because I want the skeleton's sunglasses. Can I get his... Can I give him a... Let's give him a cobra tattoo. Skeleton is popped out. He's popping out. He's popping out. We've been spooked. Let's go to the guest rooms. The rodent-shaped door. This one might be some kind of Disney horror. Out of the vault door springs the spookiest thing in the world. It's Mikey Mice. Have you been driven to madness by the legendary banned Disney cartoon, Steamboat Willie? Ha-ha! The grainy cartoon lurches awkwardly, reeking of old mildew. You probably want, like, cheese or something? Wait, don't you mean suicidemouse.avi, one of the earliest and most influential internet creepypastas? Looks like. Shut the door! Ah! Shut the door! Escape to the foyer! Oh, hell is real! And also, it is spooky there! Ha-ha! Any idiot knew the first part was true, but the second statement shatters your mind with a terror you never imagined. You have been too spooked. Okay, so it gave me the option to use the rake on the... It gave me the option to use the rake on Frown Dog, so let's see if I can use the rake on Frown Dog. The canine apparition frowns harder! Street spooked. Okay, so nothing new here. Nothing new here. Nothing new here. Cat picture time. Does the magnificent maggot have anything to say? Frown Dog, Catscape, Skeleton, Skippy, Call of Cthulhu. Let's go to the guest rooms. Moldy red door. Out of the moldy red door springs the spookiest thing in the world. It's Friend Red Worm. Put a fruit in a body with love and kindness. Be a friend today. The crimson vermiform squirms and undulates, swathed in a peculiar red haze that smells like mushrooms and dead bugs. Cover your mouth. How about this big handful of dirt? Make the fruit you. Shut the door. Shut the door. Escape to the foyer. Let's give the worm... Maybe the fruit is you? I can do a help. Your body begins to tingle as it is invaded by red spores. Your consciousness becomes one with the global fungus collective, and that is simply too spooky. You have been spooked. Okay, let's try the invisible door. Oh no, it's one of the Mummy Man brothers! This thing is supposed to be a mummy? Huh. In any case, it has darted out and startled you in your already spooked state. Okay, let's try the lounge. Let's go digging through the couch cushions. Nestled between the couch cushions is the spookiest thing in the world. It's Slender Man. No photographs. I super mean it. I will get you. The eerie phantasm is unnaturally thin. It's not necessarily faceless, which wouldn't be that interesting, but its face is in fact incomprehensible, so we're just not really going to portray it. You're not real, Slender Man. I can tell by the pixels. Whoa, weird. Let's stare at this guy for a while. This guy is way too spooky. Maybe put him back in the couch cushions. Return to lounge. Run back to the foyer. I'm gonna stare at him. Before you can even react, the spindly ghoul entwines your body in shadowy tentacles. You have been gotten by the Slender Man, and that's monumentally spooky! You have been 3-spooked. Nothing new in here. Nothing new in here. Nothing new in here. Let's unspook ourselves. Does the Magnificent Maggot have anything new to say? Watch yourself around that red worm dame. She can take your breath away. That skinny fella sure doesn't like being photographed. Try it and you might never get rid of him. Okay, so I need a camera. I need sunglasses. I need a camera. Let's try holding our breath around the red worm. Guest rooms, moldy red duoderm. Cover your mouth. She spooks me. Okay, so that doesn't work. I need like a gas mask. I can't fit through either of these doors. Let's try the Dracula's. So it's theatrical cut. Let's try Ghoul-Aid. Dinosaur Dracula says, "You know it! Pretty sure a vampire was the Kool-Aid Man's true form all along. Now guess my most favorite Pokemon or I am going to kill you." Charmander? Bulbasaur? Squirtle? Executor? Megakabuterimon. That's a Digimon, and I know exactly which one it is because Megakabuterimon is sick as hell. Phone Duck? Is that a Pokemon? Blah 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 blah. Whew. I need a sip of tea. Ah, delightful. Let's try Executor. Oh, I failed Dinosaur Dracula's test. Return to the guest room. Let's try it again. Theatrical cut. Ghoul-Aid. Megakabuterimon. I failed it. Spooky. Cat picture. So we're just gonna have to brute force Dinosaur Dracula's tests. So from the top. Nope. Again. Phone Duck? Nope. Been spooked. Theatrical cut. Ghoul-Aid. Hello, Morph. We are playing Don't Get Spooked, the Bogleech Choose Your Own Adventure game. We are currently trying to brute force Dinosaur Dracula's trivia game. We have to guess his favorite Pokemon. We've tried Charmander, we've tried Executor, we've tried Megakabuterimon and Phone Duck. Let's try Bulbasaur. Dinos represent! You've earned this! You use it wisely. The prehistoric ghoul hands you an ancient relic of unimaginable value. Vintage high-C ecto-cooler acquired. Review inventory. So I've got the vintage ecto-cooler and I've got the rake. I don't know what to do with either yet. I know I need like a pair of sunglasses, a camera, and a gas mask, or like scuba gear, or like a N95. This game came out before COVID, so I doubt there's an N95 reference, and I don't know if Bogleech would make that because it seems rather in poor taste. Let's see. Can I get him by try not to blink? Nope, he still got me. 3 spooked. Something is wrong. Spooky! It's too spooky! Look at the cat picture. Is the unspookiest thing in this entire house. Okay, what does the Magnificent Maggot have to say? We could try Catscape again. Oh, wait, we should give the skeleton in sunglasses a high-C ecto-cooler. So let's see in the closet. Now let's give him not even ecto-cooler. The skeleton who popped out says, "Yo, dog, this old-ass juice is rad to the max stream." The skeleton who popped out downs the ecto-cooler in a single gulp and does a righteous flip as he smashes the empty juice box against his skeletal forehead. He gives you 2 thumbs up as his rad specks fly off his face and land directly onto yours. It's okay, he had a second, identical pair under the first. The bodacious cadaver proceeds to shred through the roof and disappear into the sky, his skeleton finally rad enough for rad skeleton heaven, which is in fact the only kind of heaven! Sick. Okay, so I've got the glasses, so I can go to the guest rooms and go to the containment door, and we've got Skippy, and I'm wearing, put on the rad specs and keep looking. Skippy says, "Ah, what? Who wears sunglasses indoors and at night?" Your rad specs confuse the sculpted abomination. It cannot tell if you are looking or not and just wants you to go away. It hands you data expunged before slamming its door in your rad face. Data expunged acquired. Okay, let's go back to the foyer, talk to the lurking shadow. Now let's give redacted. "Yo, dog, I heard you like data expunged crap. I can't even tell what I'm holding here." You hand over the data expunged to the dangerous-looking stranger. Secretive, creepy person says, "Wow, nice work. If you get out of here alive, I'll put in a good word with you at the Foundation. Here's a little something for your trouble. 8-page report acquired." Okay, I have no idea what to do with that. Magnificent Maggot, do you have anything new for me? Catscape, Redworm, Skinny Fella. Yeah, not in this decade. That was the hint for the vintage ecto-cooler. Oh, I need something to read to give to Cthulhu. I got Skippy. I need a camera. I need something. Oh, if I can get the dog to follow me, I could take it to Catscape. Let's go see if I can get anything from Catscape. Oh, we haven't even seen everything in this area. Okay, let's see. What's in those? Whew. Take a sip of juice. I'm not drinking juice. I'm drinking tea. I'm suffering hypoxia. Oh, sorry for that slurp, but I was chugging the tea. Oh, heavens to Bepsy. Let's see what's in those ill bushes. Crouching in the bushes is the spookiest thing in the world. It's Squat Man. Boo! You'd better not have any weird papers or anything. The eerie phantasm is unnaturally squat. When you look at it, your vision goes all blurry and poorly photoshopped. I just happen to have this 8-page report. You show the Squat Man the creepy agent's 8-page report. The Squat Man says, "You son of a bitch! I knew you had some pages, and there's 8 of them. Now you've done it." The squat man is stuck stalking you as long as you're carrying those 8 pages. He might just come in handy. Excellent. Okay, let's see what's in the dumpster. The bushes contain only some neat but inconsequential bugs. Neat bugs, neat bugs. Who knows what tight stuff could be in that dumpster? Wallowing in the dumpster is the spookiest thing in the world. It's Snail Man, and he's very drunk. What? Who said that? The wretched aberration is trashed out of his mind and smells like hot dog water. You know what? I'm just gonna leave. Okay, I'm just gonna close the lid again. Jeez, you stink like a butt. I've heard snails are delicious. I've heard they're very savory. Like, I follow a girl, I cannot remember her name. I think it's Holly or Emily or something. But she's the savory girly on TikTok. And she has eaten snails before, and she says they're delicious and very savory. I would eat almost anything. I might eat snails. If they're like cooked properly and they're not slimy anymore, I don't really have any issues with eating anything. Let's just leave. Oh, he doesn't even spook me. That sewer grate looks like a happening place for your bad self. Deep down in the sewer lurks the spookiest thing in the world. It's Uzumaki, another reference to horror. This is hilarious. Look, I've got small, unremarkable Japanese villages to torment. If you don't have something spiraled, don't waste my time. The grisly nightmare is like the general concept of spirals or something. It's spook as hell, trust me. Read some Junji Ito sometime. That shit is hardcore Creepsville. How about this millipede I found in the bushes? Hey, check out my thumbprints. Hey, check out my cochlea. Let's give him the inside of my ear. Uzumaki says, sorry, not good enough, Buster. Swirly swirl, swirly swirl, oog booga booga boo. Uzumaki being spirals at you hardcore. You can see all the majesty and horror of creation distilled in the cryptic patterns, the forbidden language of time and space that man was never meant to comprehend. It is at once gloriously beautiful and sickeningly hideous. That's really spooky. Is there anything else in the courtyard? How about we dig around in those other bushes? Oh no, it's Skillavac. Or Skylevac? I have no idea how to pronounce that. Look at my ghost! What the hell is a Skylevac? Are those eyes for legs? Is its face a bat? It probably doesn't help that you're already spooked as it is. You have been too spooked. Okay, foyer. Let's go to the guest rooms. Send Squat Man through the squat door. You send Squat Man through the squat door. The Squat Man says, this dank-ass key was just sitting there on a little shelf in there. Evil key acquired. Review inventory. Okay, I don't know where a lock is. Maggot! Maggot friend! I honestly don't even know what the hell Uzumaki is supposed to be. Well, I need something spiraled to defeat Uzumaki. Let's see. What do I do? Can I get anything from these two? No. The dead skull is watching me. Does the rake defeat the skull? No. Okay, I need a camera. I need a gas mask. Let's go talk to Catscape again. Kitties! Nope, it's the same thing. Oh my, there's a lot of new things in here. Something is wrong. Roiling hate pus. Greasy Fartface says, Got a pretty little mouth hole on yer. Yes, okay, no thank you. Flopping and rolling. Cyclops baby says, head friends, in and out. Head friends, roll about. Head friends, red spout. It's my favorite song. Ah! A gibbous sigh. The barnacle babies say, a sebaceous ululation came in cryptic whorls from the blighted udders of Tharth's derelict blossoms. Sss. Glistening jubilation. Elongated puppet says, fellow being, I am also being. What good fortune falls upon us, two similar beings who may continue this discussion in the below place. Quack, quack. What? I kind of like you. Clatter, clatter. Dancing teeth say, chitter, chatter, clitter, clatter, twitch and tingle to a lustful reunion of scabrous orifices beneath a fly-blown moon. Bzzz. Millie's Diary 1, 2, and 3. Graham was in tears when I came downstairs today. She said she'd turned house inside out looking for me. She cannot even see the door. My door. The door folk were ecstatic to see me today. They said they had been waiting many cold black months for my sweet light to warm them again, and I had to giggle. I was only gone since Wednesday. Fingerhair brought the loveliest tea and cake for our grand reunion, and as nobody was happier to see me than my dear Kissy Goose, it still tickles. Graham called the police today. I never saw her old ugly face so red when I came right down from my bedroom. She said she would start locking my door, and I could only laugh. That is not my door. My door doesn't lock. She thinks I'm still in my room being punished, and not right back beneath the old beech tree, listening to the wiggleworm's rhymes. Spooky! Spooky! Oh, it's so spooky! It's so spooky. Let's see if there's anything new. So that was the courtyard, so let's check out the lounge. Check the women's room. Toilette says, I salivate to dream of the black sweets which fell from small bodies upon the ravaged heaps of laughter-given skin and hair. Mine! They're mine! Question mark, question mark, question mark. Blah 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 blah. Back to the lounge. Let's see what's in the guest rooms. Something is wrong. Reeking moisture. Ice Cream Sam says, stop me. Make me stop. We didn't know. Why would we know? No. Chattering emptiness. Toothache says, the stink of raw bone folds into sharp corners, thirsting in broken corners for the nectar of revulsion. They don't love you. Oh. Murmuring itch. Yap Yap says, yap, 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 yap. The pallid thing eagerly disassembles its innards and lays them on the floor as though proud of its collection, then spasms and dies. Bzzz. Let's get unspooked. I've been spooked. I'm spooked enough. I am entirely spooked enough. Let's see what the Magnificent Maggot has to say. Frown Dog, Catscape, Red Worm, Skinny Fella, Skeleton in Sunglasses, Skippy, Uzumaki, Call of Cthulhu. Let me see what's in my inventory. I've got Squat Man, An Incredibly Evil Key, The Rake. I'm not sure what to do next. Can I give you anything else? No. Oh, we haven't done everything in the lounge yet. Let's check out the television. You switch on the obsolete television and find the spookiest thing in the world. It's Candle Cove! Another classic creepypasta reference. Boo! I'm a real-life public domain urban legend. Yeah, we know, Candle Cove. You don't have to rub it in all the time. Yeah, right, Candle Cove. You were just an April Fool's Day joke by Ben Yahtzee Crawshaw. He may have even invented Slender Man, too. No, you aren't, Candle Cove. You are an original horror story by Chris Straub. Have you read Brood Hollow? You would totally like it. Give me a break, dude. You were concocted by web author Chris Strube, the same guy who created Farslip and Hacksaw Coat. Okay, so this one's definitely wrong. It's either one of these two. I don't know, because Farslip is a reference to Far Side, and Hacksaw Coat is a reference to Chainsaw Suit. So that's something different. I don't think Yahtzee Crawshaw made this one, because I know who Yahtzee Crawshaw is. He makes, like, psychological horror, but he doesn't make creepypasta. So I think it's Chris Straub. You dish out a reality check to the rampaging fictional children's program. Candle Cove says, "Alright, you got me. I'm not a legitimate paranormal mystery. I'm just a piece of creative fiction that totally set the bar higher for short horror writing. I really wish people would stop making shitty sequels to me, though." Candle Cove seems to be enjoying your company and following you around all of a sudden. What does that even mean? Like, Candle Cove the show is an actual monster in this continuity? Or is the monster Candle Cove the creepypasta? Is it a TV monster that plays Candle Cove at you? It's kind of all three. No, you don't make sense! Return to the lounge. Alright, the television is now following me. Let's see what's up on the internet. Out of the internet springs the spookiest thing in the world. It's Jeff the Killer. A boogaboo, I'm the creepiest pasta of all time. The ghastly apparition is like smiling about bad stuff. You're right, Jeff. I am very scared and I have terrible taste. No, you're not, actually. Let's just say yes. You agree with Jeff the Killer that he is actually frightening. Jeff the Killer says, "Oh yeah, I know. Watch me do some messed up stuff and totally smile about it because I am so dark." Jeff the Killer writes some cuss words on a piece of paper and then throws it directly on the floor even though there is an empty trash can reasonably within reach. Just when you are wondering if he really did these deeds on purpose, his bloody smile grows wider. "Oh yes," he says. "I knew there was a proper garbage there. You have been spooked!" Let's play some cool games on the Spooker Nintendoom. You plug in the Spooker Nintendoom only to be greeted by the spookiest thing in the world. It's pinkish. "Get lost. I'm trying to play my favorite boring online game." The eerie phantasm appears pasty and malnourished. He does not look like he ever goes outside and has probably never had a real job. He sure is sweaty for someone who doesn't move around much. Get a real job, Pinkish. Go outside sometime, Pinkish. Have you ever even had a girlfriend, Pinkish? Video games aren't that good for you, Pinkish. Go outside sometime, Pinkish. Pinkish says, "Shut up! You're not my dad!" For a fleeting moment, your eyes gaze directly into the demon's hollow voids. Your very soul feels the empty chill of a billion dead worlds. That is spooky times 1,000. You have been too spooked. Let's check out the men's bathroom. Out of the bathroom stall springs the spookiest thing in the world. It's a sexy zombie man. Watch my dance. Okay, sure. Sexy zombie man says, watch my dance. The zombie man continues to dance. Keep watching. The sexy zombie man says, watch my dance. Keep watching. Sexy zombie man says, watch my dance. How many times do we have to watch? Sexy zombie man says, watch my dance. Okay, I've seen enough. What do we, so Jeff the Killer only had 2 options. Jeff the Killer says, you know what, I never thought of it that way. Guess I don't need this anymore. Jeff hands you something gross and wet before grabbing his coat and leaving. Jeff's spooky smile acquired. Review inventory? I know what to do with this. Let's go to the courtyard. Let's go to the doghouse. Frown dog. Frown dog, I've got this gross used smile in my pocket somehow. You feed Jeff the Killer's hideous smile to the awful dog thing. Frown dog is smiling now. You have done a good deed. No longer will the hideous frown dog wallow miserable and alone in its hideous doghouse. You have single-handedly created Smile Dog, and that is probably a good thing. Why wouldn't it be? Return to the courtyard. Catscape. Catscape, have you met my Smile Dog? Smile Dog begins to bark frantically and also hideously. The hideous Catscape is chased up a tree somehow. Where it previously rested is a gross, hairy shape. Weird cat acquired. Review inventory? Okay, I don't know what to do with the weird cat, but we're working on it. Okay. Foyer. Let's see if the Magnificent Maggot has anything. Frown Dog, Catscape, Red Worm. Pinkish could really stand to take after his old man. Now there's a monstrosity. So I have to figure out who Pinkish's dad is. I still need a camera. I still need something to prevent the worm dame from controlling me with her spores. Uzumaki needs something spiral. Call of Cthulhu, I need a book. Let's check out my monster album. Oh, this is looking beautiful. This is looking beautiful. Beautiful. Look at all these monsters. Look at all these monsters. Alright, what do I need to do now? Ad break in a few minutes. So, like I said before, I will get some extra dubby so we can do a taste test on stream. Oh, my spine. Let me twist. Alright, lounge. Spooker Nintendoom is Pinkish. Couch cushions is Slender Man. Men's bathroom is Sexy Zombie. Women's bathroom is... there's the dead skull again. It's watching me. Who is that watching you? It's the dead skull. Interesting. Let's check out the guest rooms. Can I say anything to... Let's show Mikey the weird cat. The bizarre quasi-feline from the Catscape leaps from your arms and attempts to snuggle with Mikey Mice. The hideous apparition erupts in a panicked terror, accidentally hurling a terrible cartoon into your open arms. Terrible cartoon reel acquired. Review inventory? Interesting. Okay, what do I do with the normal man? He's normal and he won't do anything. What do I have? Candle Cove. I've used Smile Dog. I've used Weird Cat. Mikey Mouse's cartoon reel, Incredibly Evil Key, The Rake. I haven't used any of those. Let's see, women's bathroom. It's the gross boobs ghost. Can't handle that. Aw, that's okay, sweetie. Here's a little something if you change your mind. Gross boobs ghost has given you an obscene Polaroid you dare not gaze upon. Disgustingly dirty picture acquired. Review inventory? Okay, who wants a dirty Polaroid of the gross boobs ghost? Let's see if the zombie wants it. No. Okay, what are we doing? Where do we go? Inventory. Foyer. Magnificent Maggot, do you have anything for me? I've got question mark, question mark, question mark, and question mark, question mark, question mark. I need a camera from somewhere. Can I tell Pinkish that he's just not like his dad? Interesting. Lounge. Spooker Nintendo. Go aside sometime. Shut up, you're not my dad. Okay, never mind. Oh, here we go. We've got new stuff. Turn on television. Oh. Gray zone leak detected. Please remain stationary for matter redistribution. Please choose redistribution matter configuration. Chosen Platyhelminthes. Thank you for your cooperation. Check the men's room. Guzzler says, a bitter pulp seeping forth from a carbuncle that sings of worthless birds asphyxiated in a sea of careless lice with one name. Bzzz. Question? Yeah, we got the question mark. It was the blah, blah, blah. It is ad break time, so I will be right back. And we are back. Are we back? Everything's good. We've got volume. Hell yeah. Whew-wee. I walked up the stairs too fast. I am fragile. We've got ourselves a new flavor of Dubby, Beach and Peach, available in the sample pack. Oh, that's good. That is sweet and refreshing. It has lots of vitamin C and vitamin B in it, as well as caffeine. Let's turn on the television. We already got that one. Okay. Anything in the courtyard? Anything in the guest rooms? I think... Did we find it? Oh, placentacle. Cold. I don't like that. I'm particularly discomforted by pregnancy horror, so placentacle, I don't like placentacle. The Uzumaki chapter where the babies were born infected, that one freaked me out worst of all. Did we see all these already? Yes, we saw all these already. I think we're getting closer. Maggot! Red, okay, so we don't have anything new. Let's see if we've got the right thing for Cthulhu. Oh, we can show him, so we can show him everything we've got. Cthulhu says, "Fwa fwa fwa." Oh, no. He's indescribable. Dumpster is the snail man. Oh man, check out this dirty picture of disgusting ghost boobs. You show the drunken snail guy the revoltingly perverse photograph of the nauseating phantasm you met in the bathrooms. Hubba hubba. You don't mind if I hang on to this, do ya? Here, this one's on me. Snail man roots around in the wet trash and pulls out a large, terrible-smelling snail of superior craftsmanship. I have no idea what to do with an excellent snail. Oh, wait, the snail! The snail is for Uzumaki! I've got a snail here of superior craftsmanship. You give Uzumaki the official Snail Factory promotional snail, Uzumaki says. Well, color me surprised. This is one spirally snail. I've got just the thing for such a refined connoisseur as yourself. Uzumaki hands over bizarre blueprints for a new kind of snail. Ultra snail blueprints required. Alright, let's take these back to the snail guy. Snail blueprints. Hey, hey dude, look at these killer snail blueprints. I need to make my nose unclogged. Give me a second. Alright, snail blueprints. The snail man says, "Dang, kid, you're really dishing out the goods. Let me see what I got here." Snail man rummages around in the surrounding garbage and finds a crappy old painting of a boat that someone had the good sense to throw away. He hands it to you with a wink and a nod. Crappy painting of a boat acquired. Review inventory? I don't know what to do with the boat painting. Who do we give? Nice Boat. Nice Boat is another horror reference. When the original School Days anime was played, the final episode was too horrifying, because the yandere girl goes crazy and kills everyone. So instead, and I think something happened where there was a murder at a school. The ghost... Which ghost? There's multiple ghosts. The gross boobs ghost or a different ghost? Let's see if the invisible door, moldy red door, normal shaped door. What does he want? Nope, I've been spooked. Let's go to the lounge. Women's bathroom. Wiener baby. I'm a wiener baby. She shows me her gross ghost boobs anyway. I'm spooked. Which ghost? I don't know which ghost. There's one here that I haven't gotten to. We've got everything here. I don't think the Magnificent Maggot has anything new. No, he does not. What about Cthulhu? Does Cthulhu care about the crappy boat? I found this boat picture in the garbage. Cthulhu says, "A boat? Keep that shit away from me!" Cthulhu flees in terror at the sight of a boat, his only true weakness. The water level in the kiddie pool has lowered dramatically, revealing a hideously evil-looking door. Okay, so let's courtyard. Check out that evil door in the swimming pool. Open the evil door with your evil key. Oh, sick, that's what this is for. You have entered Evil World, the spookiest world in the world. Explore the evil hospital. Explore the evil kitchen. Explore the surrounding blackness. Visit the distant altar. Let's check out Evil Hospital. Screams, sobs, and gurgles echo around the decrepit hospital building. A strange little figure greets you at the end of a very long, dark hall. "Hello, little boy or girl. I am Dr. Phage. The facility is grossly understaffed at the moment, so I'm here on loan. Blood donations to the left and field all questions to your right. Please be quiet. Our patient is in a state of agitation." Oh, we're in the awful hospital. Enter the tattered curtain. You peek behind the tattered curtain. Baby mama says, "Babies. More babies." Oh, I literally just told you guys pregnancy horror freaks me out, and here we have more pregnancy horror. This shit like this is why I'm getting sterilized. The bloated monstrosity throbs and roils with innumerable tiny bodies struggling to find and escape. Baby mama appears very pale. Baby mama appears very lonely. Baby mama is not well. She can never be well. Oh, yeah, this is why I'm getting sterilized. Fuck that noise. Let's go to the bloody door. We're gonna do a blood donation for Morph. You open the blood-streaked door. Hungry blood bag attacks. Blood! Blood! The thing's filthy IV needle dances like a jacked-up cobra, thirsting for your blood and threatening to be an incredibly spooky experience. Return to the hospital. Let's check out the rusty office door. You open the office door. The dead thing does not move. There's a first. Okay, nothing we can do here. We need to get new items. Let's check out the evil kitchen. The kitchen door stinks of grease and raw meat. Inside, a huge and putrid hamburger prepares a variety of equally putrid, barely identifiable foodstuffs. It does not speak, but it does periodically glance your way. He seems to be preparing a stew. Smells like meat. Bad meat. It appears to be moving. There is a strange, dark stain in the corner of the room. It smells metallic. It looks very filthy. You do not feel well. Let's check out the surrounding blackness. You swim through the empty, darkened void that surrounds the evil world. Oh, we're gonna get a bunch of... So this is gonna be lore that'll be important for Awful Hospital. Well, not important for Awful Hospital, but it'll give us extra insight in Awful Hospital. So let's investigate the three-pronged shadow. It'll also help us fill out our Monsterpedia. A drooping, solemn shape looms out of the darkness. Identify as folder, furler, flapper, foiler. It's a furler! The furler glows a dull salmon and smells like lilacs. The furler is pleased. Oh, it glows salmon? I love salmon. I am salmon. Let's synchronize vibration. Your vibrations have been synchronized. Furler is docile. Let's exchange gel. The furler is displeased. The furler has digested your concept layers. You do not know what that means, but it is probably spooky. Okay, we will go through all of them before we brute force the choices. Dancing shadows. A pair of gelatinous subhumanoids wriggle and writhe out of the darkness. They glow vividly and smell like glue. Head friends! Head friends! The things seem to be overjoyed by your presence, flailing their rubbery little arms in a maniacal glee. They urgently repeat themselves again and again. You feel a curious urge to respond. In and out. The sticky hobgoblins jiggle more frantically than ever. Head friends! Head friends! Roll about. The translucent hobgoblins are flopping energetic circles around you in sheer ecstasy. Head friends! Head friends! Red, red shout. The slippery gremlins fall eerily silent at your response. Zzz! You are abruptly spluttered with coagulated gore from the creature's eye sockets. You feel things writhing in the disgusting mess. Maggots are tunneling into your flesh and slowly consuming your brain in a most spooky fashion. Okay, so the song, you get the song they're singing from another creature in the...
Doc Electric rated your channel with 3 viewers.
Hi Doc, welcome to the stream. I'm Salmonella, your favorite fresh fishy streamer. Hello, hello. Welcome raiders. If you need to raid and rush, feel free to go, or feel free to come in and get comfortable. We are playing Don't Get Spooked, the adventure, Choose Your Own Adventure by Bogleech for Halloween. Let's go back to Evil World, let's go back to the foyer. So we started in the spookiest house in the world, and it's basically a super elongated fetch quest, where we give items to different people. And we have, how do I get back to the evil door, it's in the courtyard. So the Magnificent Maggot is the hint guy. Does he have any new hints? Evil World? Seriously? Yeesh. You're on your own there, slugger. Just tell Her Majesty to leave some for me this time. I don't know how much longer this will last. I'm maybe halfway through. I just unlocked Evil World. But if you need to raid and go, feel free to. Thank y'all for joining me. I'm a variety streamer. I'm supposed to stream on Wednesdays and Fridays, but my health is pretty fragile, so I cancel a lot. I also guest star on other people's streams. If you know Doc and my friend Aspen. Just Aspen, I believe, is her current username. I hang out with her fairly regularly. I like multiplayer games. I like spooky games. I also like retro games. I have a Switch with the emulator on it, so I can play all the old games from Nintendo. I'm currently making my way through the 3D Mario games. I'm about halfway, well, I wouldn't even say halfway, but I'm partway through Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine, and I might start Mario Galaxy soon. I'm a huge fan of Bogleech, who is the artist of this. If you're familiar with John Wojcik or Wojcik, he says he doesn't really care how you pronounce his name. I know this because he visited my stream once. Teehee, my idol visited me. Speaking of Bogleech, he actually released his TTRPG on Coffee, itch.io, and Etsy. It comes in hardcover, softcover, and digital version. I'm going to be purchasing it and forcing people to play with me. Teehee, teehee. So, it's a monster collector TTRPG set in a world that is as squamous and undulating as all his other works. So we are, let's check out our monster album. This is a choose your own adventure. So you can, if you would like to help me figure out where to go, you can tell me. Oh, I can't click on them for a bigger view. I'll have to go find them again. But as you can see, I've filled out a bunch of my Monsterpedia with different monsters. They are quite unpleasant. Bogleech has a... I love Bogleech. He's just really strange, but also really kind, and that's what I admire about him. I have been talking so much. I've been doing all the voices for this, and it's it's a challenge. I am currently drinking the Beach and Peach flavor of Dubby. Go to dubby.gg for all your energy drink needs. Don't forget to use coupon code SALMONELLA, all caps, all one word, for 10% off your order. Alright, let's go back to the courtyard. Let's go back to the evil door. Let's go into evil world. Surrounding blackness. Tattered shadows. A clammy, ragged object ripples in the void. The skin ghost undulates tauntingly out of reach. Even Slender Man would need some sort of implement to snag this filmy fiend. Something like a long stick or a pole or something. Let's use the rake. You use the rake to catch the drifting skin ghost out of the abyss. Skin acquired! Yay! So this area specifically is Bogleech's own personal stuff, like back to Evil World. So here in the Evil Kitchen, he's got the hamburger files, which is one of his horror things. But most of the things that we've encountered, most of the monsters have been references to various creepypastas. Like, we met Frown Dog, we met Jeff the Killer, we've met Slender Man, Squat Man, and Regular Man. We've met the Gross Boobs Ghost. Who else have we met? Candle Cove, Uzumaki, Cthulhu. So it's just absolutely filled to the brim. You have given some of the skin from the skin ghost to the pestilent sandwich guy, and he fashioned a sort of crude skin doll for some reason. It feels like it's missing something. Oh, I've got to fill it with guts. I think I have an idea. Okay, so back to the surrounding blackness. Flapping shadows. A flock of flapping, bleating creatures paddle through the gloom. These oily little things sound like goats for some reason, and paddle harder in an effort to flee as you approach. Besides a sharp metallic odor, there is nothing immediately remarkable about them. Swollen shadows. A flock of glistening, swollen figures bob and float in the darkness. The blistermen appear to be nearly bursting with vile fluids. Let's see what horrible things happen if I hit it with my rake. You attempt to capture a blisterman without harming it. The blisterman shrieks deafeningly and plummets out of sight. You never get to see what it alerted to your presence before its serrated jaws snap shut over your head, neatly decapitating you. You have been spooked up big time. So in Don't Get Spooked, which is the Choose Your Own Adventure we're playing, there is the mechanic of getting spooked and entering spooky world. However, in Evil World, it's so spooky you can't get spooked. A gaggle of pale faces wobble to and fro in the abyss. These unblinking figures never cease chuckling stupidly to one another, their meaningless guffaws echoing in the surrounding void. You can see no end to their necks, and nothing about them appears to be of use. Back to the blackness. Okay, let's go back to the furler. Identify as furler. Synchronize vibration. No, it didn't like it when we exchanged gels. Okay, so identify as furler, synchronize vibration. Let's try probing the membrane. Nope, okay. Furler, Vibration. Exospine. The furler has accepted your exospine. You don't really know what that is. Now let's exchange gel. The furler begins to exchange gel layers through your exospine, whatever that means. The furler is extremely placated. Life gel acquired. Okay, now let's try the dancing shadows. In and out. So we learned half the song. I don't remember the whole thing. We learned half the song in Spooky World. Head friends, in and out. Head friends, all about. No, it's not all about. Okay. Head friends, in and out. Head friends, roll about. Head friends, all up. Nope, not all about. Head friends, in and out. Roll about. It's not red shout. It's not all about. Well, it's not red shout. We tried that one. They didn't like that. Let's try red spout. With a series of violent shudders, the boneless imps erupt with foul-smelling blood from their throbbing eye sockets. Blood acquired! Excellent. Okay, let's go back to blackness. Evil world. We haven't checked out the distant altar. You approach the evil-looking altar. There is an indentation shaped slightly like an infant. Gross. Evil hospital. I have blood. Can I give it to the blood bag? No. So I have... Yeah, I tried. You're on the same path as I am. I need to put the blood inside the skin puppet and then give it the life gel. I'm just not sure how to do this. Can't help baby mama. Rusty office door. Can I give it the dead thing, the life gel? Interesting. Back to evil world. Okay. Evil kitchen. Oh, I just give more stuff to... The ghoulish burger seizes you in its sloppy arms and proceeds to dismember you with an assortment of cooking utensils. It would be impossible to describe the diners who will enjoy your remains for many cycles to come. How utterly spookular! Okay, so... Skin doll. Fill it with blood. You fill the skin doll with stinking blood you got from the void dwellers. You have created an inanimate blood dummy. It doesn't feel complete yet. Fill it with life gel. Ma. The blood dummy shudders to life. It seems inexorably attracted to its creator. Living blood dummy acquired. I love Mama. Let's immediately sacrifice it. Where are we go, Mama? No! Your living blood dummy has hurled itself between you and the flailing needle. The hungry blood blag plunges its needle into your loving blood dummy. The dummy appears to squirm with pleasure as it is reduced to a lifeless husk. Hungry blood bag says, yum, 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 yum. Apparently satiated, the hungry blood bag drops to the floor at your feet and begins snoring. Blood bag acquired. Okay, hospital. Rusty office door. The blood bag is twitching towards the shrunken carcass. The blood bag squirms free from your grasp and sinks its syringe into the mummified cadaver. The corpse begins to plump up. The blind, limbless nurse appears docile, though she is prone to unpredictable convulsions as she follows you down the halls. Convulsing nurse acquired! Let's take her to baby mama. Baby mama is so freaky. The convulsing nurse appears to be fixated on the horrid spectacle. Convulsing nurse approaches the disturbing banshee. Baby mama says, "No, they're mine, all mine." The convulsing nurse proceeds to deliver an evil baby from baby mama. Ugh! Play with the evil baby? You attempt to interact with the evil baby. Evil baby says, "Bruh, bruh, bruh." It is the worst baby you have ever seen, and you have seen some awful babies in your time. What do you have that a child would enjoy? That's right, kids like Candle Cove. You introduce the evil baby to your friend? Candle Cove. Evil baby says, "Yes, human, you understand." The evil baby has been pacified by Candle Cove's nightmarish antics. Evil baby acquired. Okay, so let's try Evil World. Let's go to the distant altar. Place the evil baby on the altar. You place the evil baby on the evil altar and notice that the evil statue's hands are empty. Looks like it might be missing something sharp. Something sharp and probably evil. Better come back with your evil baby sometime later. Okay, I haven't finished everything in here. I've still got this question mark. I haven't figured out the red worm, because she can take your breath away. I need to be able to hold my breath. I can't tell Pinkish about his old man. Skinny fella sure doesn't like being photographed. I need a camera. Let's see. Can I get anything from these guys yet? No. What do I have in my inventory? I haven't used Mikey Mouse's cartoon reel yet. I haven't used... Wait, the Ultra Snail blueprints I did use. I need to do something with Mikey Mouse's cartoon reel. So let's go to the guest rooms. Can I try anything with the moldy red door? Let's watch cartoons. You and your bosom chum, the Red Worm, enjoy a night of watching haunted, lost episodes in which various beloved cartoon characters kill themselves gruesomely. They are all hilarious. Friend Red Worm says, "Heed the voice. Spread red friend to every kind Fred." Ha ha, what a card. The lovely lady gives you a moldy red fruit you probably should not eat. In fact, you probably even shouldn't really be touching it. You put it straight into a Ziploc bag for safekeeping and bid your cool pal farewell. Weird red fruit acquired. Review inventory? Okay, I need to do something with the I need to do something with the moldy red fruit. I'm not sure what. He's a regular guy. He is still a regular guy. Let's check out the foyer. Lounge. Do I have anything I can say to Pinkish? Pinkish? Shouldn't you be red? You give Pinkish the weird red fruit you got from that worm chick. Whoa! I feel redder already. Dad would be proud if he hadn't run off to some old school reality. Pinkish doesn't actually look any different, but he seems happy. From under his Cheeto-stained gaming chair, he gives you something incomprehensible and indescribable. Redacted acquired. Review inventory. Well, here's another redacted. Let's go give it to the shadowy figure. To seize, to control, to proliferate. Yo, dog, I heard you like this redacted stuff. I don't know what the hell this is. You hand over the redacted to the dangerous-looking stranger. Ooh, scary camera acquired. Hell yeah. So let's go to the lounge. Let's go into the couch cushions. It's Slenderman. Let's take a photo. Wow, this guy is freaky skinny. Snap a photo. You snap a photograph of the elongated gentleman. The Slender Man says, "Hey, what did I literally just say? Give me that photo!" "No, if you want this picture back, you'll have to help me out first." The Slender Man says, "Alright, fine, but you'd better promise." The Slender Man really wants his picture back and is now following you. Okay, so I know what to do with him, so we gotta go to the foyer, and let's go to the guest rooms, and send Slender Man through the Slender Door. You send Slender Man through the Slender Door. The Slender Man says, "Yo, I found this skeevy-ass knife in there." You return Slender Man's photograph as promised, but he is still tagging along. He doesn't actually have anything important to do. He is a sad liar. Evil knife acquired. Okay, so the evil knife goes with the evil, I want to see if I can finish everything in the foyer. Who am I missing? One, two, three, and I was only missing one, so I'm missing 6 monsters. Okay, let's go. I don't think I need to do anything else with the men's and women's bathrooms. Oh, Raiders. It's a sexy zombie man! Watch my dance! Escape to the foyer. Let's go to the courtyard. Let's see, I've already done everything in the courtyard. So let's go to the evil door, into the evil key, distant altar, evil baby on the altar, evil knife in the statue's hands. You place the evil knife in the evil statue's hands, and they almost immediately plunge downward. The blood of the evil baby gushes down the altar and forms a circle around you. You are sucked downward into a mysterious black hole. You find yourself floating in advanced darkness. As you drift down into a blacker black than the blackened heart of a black hole that has never known love, something begins to take shape from the nothingness itself. It is the spookiest thing in the world. The spooky nightmare queen of all horror says, "Oh, sick, look at her, she's so cool." It's party time, baby! Go, Slender Man. The Slender Man attempts to entangle Her Majesty in his infinitely branching limbs. The spooky nightmare queen of all horror says, "I can show you how to really use those sweetie cakes." She is unharmed, to say the least. Slender Man is confused. Smile Dog, I choose you. Smile Dog goes Super Smile Dog 3 and gives the mistress of all fear the smiling at of her unlifetime. The spooky nightmare queen of all horror says, "Who's Mama's good little boy? Kissy, kissy, kiss." The Smile Dog forgets what it's doing in favor of a stupid little dance on its hind legs. Candle Cove, static screech attack. Candle Cove lets loose a lost episode marathon. The spooky nightmare queen of all horror says, "Yawn, you jumped the shark 666 seasons ago." Candle Cove cuts to a commercial narrated by Skinless Dog or something. It's feeling a bit scrambled. Time for some yard work, the rake. You hurl the rake with all your might. Surprisingly enough, its teeth cut deep into the monstrosity's rubbery hide. The nightmare queen of all horror says, "What? Hacks!" She is now bleeding a viscous green slime. Let's try Slender Man. She says, okay, nope. Smile Dog. Nope. Candle Cove. Nope. Yard work. Rake. So, rake. Smile Dog. Ah, didn't you use to frown? You're making me want to heave. The Smile Dog is joyfully prancing in little circles. Candle Cove. Okay, nope, that doesn't work. Okay, so let's So Rake, Smile Dog, Slender Man. Where'd Pretty Boy go off to? Youch! That sliced my exospine? Candle Cove! Candle Cove broadcasts all 864,123,000 XDX of its insidious episodes simultaneously with Dread Director's commentary. The spooky nightmare queen of all horror says, spoiler alert, asshat! The spooky nightmare queen of all horror is now significantly weakened, but before you can celebrate, the queen raises one of her sexy-ass boots and kicks a perfect hole through Candle Cove's television screen. Your friend Candle Cove is dead. Slender Man, go! Slender Man has achieved multi-level slendification. The spooky nightmare queen of all horror says, nice ass, but you ain't fooling me twice. The spooky nightmare queen of all terror spews a torrent of bile into the center of the slender fractal. Slender Man twitches a few times and goes limp. Smile Dog, you can do it! Smile Dog draws upon all creation's screaming children to power the ultimate Smile Bomb. Okay, that is a reference not to any kind of horror, but to the Yu Yu Hakusho theme song, Smile Bomb, which I adore. The spooky nightmare queen of all horror says, mangy fleabag, I taught you that trick in the first place. Here's another one. Play dead. The spooky nightmare queen of all terror slashes Smile Dog with a barbed whip of her own hardened blood because she is hardcore awesome. Smile Dog is in tatters and no longer moving. Rake, I believe in you. The Rake attempts a leaping sneak attack, only to be grabbed out of the air and snapped in half over one of the queen's many knees. The spooky nightmare queen of all horror says, it's just you and me, honey. You are alone. The heinous matriarch of all dreadfulness unleashes a mighty roar of triumph and busts some sweet moves to whatever music might be stuck in her head at the time. Thorny tendrils begin to erupt from the queen's flesh. The spooky nightmare queen of all horror says, alright, honey, this is gonna hurt me as much as it hurts you, only I'm gonna like it way more. She takes one thunderous step closer, tendrils curling in anticipation. She takes another step closer, steaming ichor dripping from her fangs. She reaches down and wraps her spidery digits tightly around your defenseless body. The queen lifts you up to what would be eye level if her eyes were in her head, and pauses. The spooky nightmare queen of all horror says, whoa, 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 hold the phone here. Is that... It couldn't be. Is it? Yes? The spooky nightmare queen of all horror says, holy fucking smokes, it is! It's ecto-cooler! Son of a bitch, why didn't you tell me? Wanna see a neat trick? And lo, the spooky nightmare queen of all horror did take the single box of ecto-cooler, broke it into pieces, and then there was enough ecto-cooler for everybody! Happy Halloween, fuckers! Now before you go, I've got some weird garbage to give you. Don't ask. You can now a secret. Together, the 5 prize word without space can do marvelous new dream. These look like they may mean something somewhere. Thank you for playing Bogleech's The Spookiest House in the World! If you ever feel you may have missed something, you can now view the guest list from the foyer and screw around all you like! We did it! We technically beat it, but we've gotta go for 100%, because, let's see, Monster Album, so, we're missing 3 here, and then me, bitch! Spooky Nightmare Queen is quite amazing. So we're missing 5. Because we're missing 2 on this page and 3 on page 1, and page 2 is complete. So, guest list. The Magnificent Maggot says, the guest list? Sure, I think you've earned it. Out-of-towners, secretive creepy person, visiting from some sort of foundation in search of anomalies. He's been here longer than he thinks. A lot longer. Jeff! Jeff the Killer is one of the earliest recognized icons of creepypasta, but that doesn't mean he's one of the better ones. Pinkish, allegedly the son of Red from Ness Godzilla creepypasta. Pinkish is too busy gaming to do anything memorably frightening. Slenderman, born on Something Awful, popularized by Marble Hornets and Slender, the 8 pages. It seems likely that what we can see of the being is only what we can comprehend at the time. His shorter counterpart sadly never took off, and this guy chose not to be counted towards anything in Don't Get Spooked. You don't even need him to unlock the true ending. Candle Cove the shorter counterpart is Squat Man, and Regular Man doesn't even need to be interacted with. Candle Cove, a short story written by Chris Straub as part of his Icker Falls series. In Don't Get Spooked, Candle Cove is somehow a character itself. Skeleton, none other than the skeleton who popped out. Cthulhu, one of the world's most famous literary monsters. These days, more people have a vague understanding of who Cthulhu is than have even heard of Howard Phillips Lovecraft, let alone actually read any of his work. Rake. The Rake was a product of 4chan's /B back in 2005, and its earliest short stories are still among the more unsettling of the creepypasta phenomenon. Uzumaki. Based on the Junji Ito manga of the same name, Uzumaki is literally vortex or spiral. It's kind of hard to describe what goes on in the series without spoiling anything, but it all revolves around the same geometric pattern. Smile Dog. Smile.dog is an infamously terrifying image manipulation circulating the web since at least 2008, later inspiring a well-known creepypasta. Its creator remains unknown, but you and I know when it started to smile. Friend Red Worm. Originally appearing in the Something Awful horror series Instructions for a Help, the Red Worm was only vaguely alluded to until its true, grotesque nature was revealed in the companion series Tales from Below. Dinosaur Dracula. From DinosaurDracula.com, spiritual successor to XEntertainment.com and an ally of Bogleech. Skippy! Otherwise known as SCP-173, or The Statue. This is the short horror post that spawned the entire massive SCP Foundation universe. The real-world statue was created by artist Izumi Kato as part of a series representing radiation sickness. The author of its SCP report, however, remains unknown. Mikey Mice. Mikey starred in one of the internet's oldest and most celebrated pieces, Suicide Mouse. It's kind of quaint by today's standards, but it defined the trope of lost episode horror. So Mummy Man 1 we haven't met. Mummy Man, based on a strange vinyl Halloween dog toy reviewed by Jonathan Wojcik on Bogleech Halloween blogs. He doesn't look that much like a mummy, nor does his brother. Skylvac. Based on a bizarre Halloween decoration reviewed on Bogleech in 2012, the Skylvac generated a respectable amount of fan art, writing, and even Dungeons & Dragons stats. Catscape, counterpart to the Dogscape, a delightfully surreal and unforgettably disgusting creepypasta series by a variety of largely anonymous authors. Unique guests. Gross Boobs Ghost, because sometimes someone just wants to draw some super disgusting dead cartoon boobs. Zombie, an option you may have missed while Gross Boobs Ghost likely had you distracted. Inspired by the NES video game Monster Party. The only way to defeat the zombie is to watch her dance. Man Zombie. Likewise, this guy just checks himself out in the men's room mirror all day, practicing that awesome dance of his. Snail Man. Smells bad, drinks a lot, leaves a film on everything. My kinda guy. Mr. Brains and Mr. Guts. These guys have shown up in a lot of Bogleech comics. They really get around. Dead Skull. The Dead Skull was a short parody pasta by Jonathan Wojcik, who also made this crap you're looking at now. Diver's Mummy. We try not to talk about this thing. It's just too damn spooky. Evil World Denizens. Dr. Phage. Head of the most esteemed hospital in unreality, the enlarged virus is a pretty amiable sort, and always eager to help. Convulsing Nurse. A real-world Halloween decoration was modeled after this young lady near the start of her medical career. Baby Mama. Evil World Hospital's only current patient nonetheless demands constant care. bit of a hoarding problem. Evil baby. Babies are evil by default, but evil baby is really evil. Hungry blood bag. One of Dr. Phage's staff. It's hard to tell which part of this thing is a real set of its consciousness, if it has one in the conventional sense. Harmburger. Always cooking up something exotic for his mysterious employers. Or is he the one in charge? Nobody's really sure. You can learn more about him at burger.com. Living blood dummy. Just like Mama used to make. Not to be confused with a living pus dummy or a living bloody pus dummy, neither of which are very appealing to true sanguivores. Furler. As detailed on the unscrupulous boar-flage, furlers are, well, they're things. Some kind of things. They do stuff. Based on a creepy knockoff rubber toy, magboils have been elevated to Bogleech.com's official Halloween mascots, and they seem to get their greasy little fingers in just about everything lately. Skin Ghost, a flimsy phantasm of the emptiness between places. Blistermen, bloated, balloon-like beings filled with rancid pus. Blistermen aren't very dangerous on their own. Bleater, first seen in the short Bogleech flash cartoon Abyssal, these timid void-dwellers feed primarily on the drifting waste flakes of larger drifters. Chuckleheads. First seen in Abyssal, nobody actually knows what a whole chucklehead looks like. Their necks just keep going and going. Though long, pale arms have also been spotted. Some say they're all part of a single creature, or that every neck just ends in an opposite head. Spooky Nightmare Queen of all horror! Her sexiness demands to write her own entry, which consists of a small doodle symbolizing her victory over you as she remembers it. It is far too obscene to share. Excuse me. True House, elongated puppet, a being like you, just a being, an alive being of matter. Oily fart face. Hails from a colony of several thousand brothers, sisters, aunts, and uncles, all interchangeable in the Fartface family. Placentacle. This parasite must never be allowed to make contact with baby mama. Don't even ask. Barnacle babies. These obnoxious vermin grow like mildew in neglected rooms. Ice Cream Sam. They say this guy used to be just like you. Yap Yap. This thing has died more than anyone or anything else that has ever existed. Guzzler. Guzzler is an evil world waste disposal system. Toilette. Likewise. So what does a guzzler, a toilette, do when they need to go? Unfortunately, it can't be described in any communication methods you're capable of imagining. Dancing teeth. Happy little guys, especially when they find a new friend in the visitor's mouth. Toothache. This is that thing on the other side of your wall right now. Which wall? You'll just have to see. Black lungs. This guy looks like a real ugly truth, eh? Eh? Cyclops baby. I heard they found this thing at a fast food play place. Can you imagine? Flat Patrick. Nice guy. Soft-spoken. Likes to slither up under your face while you sleep and catch your drool in his mouth. Nice guy. Xenogog. They say these things are damn near everywhere, slipping in and out of planes and zone layers, or whatever the hell your continuity likes to call them. They're a real big hit in Mortasheen, I hear. Volthrax. Okay, we haven't met Volthrax or Hit Me, Hit Me, Hit Me. This lady killer first appeared in the Bogleech Flash cartoon series, The Fear Hole. Hit me, hit me, hit me. This was Jonathan Wojcik's imaginary childhood friend, taken from one of his own nightmares. Tell him to come and get the damn thing already. It's making a racket all hours of the day. Bwab, wob, 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 wob. Hell if I know. Red. Made famous by Cosby Daft's Nest Godzilla creepypasta. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Huh? I don't have this thing listed. Okay, so we need to get spooked. Okay, what do we still need to do? Inventory. We need to acquire a couple of things. Okay, so foyer. I think we're done in the courtyard, but the guest rooms. Normal man. I think I'm done with normal man. Foyer. Lounge. Women's bathroom. Gross boobs ghost. Other stall. Out of the bathroom stalls, the springs, the spookiest thing in the world. It's a zombie. Watch my dance. Okay, sure. It's a zombie. Watch my dance! The zombie continues to dance. Keep watching. Watch my dance! I've seen enough, thanks. Okay, let's look at the Monsterpedia. We're missing 2 here. Zombie filled out that one. We need to get spooked and find Volthrax and hit me, hit me, hit me. How do I get spooked? Let me see. I still don't have this. Can I get this guy to spook me? Okay, I've been spooked once. Invisible door. Spooked twice. Dead skull. I was just reading about some furler thing when I googled something called boarflage. I got bored, so that's a hint for dealing with the furler. Courtyard, is there anything that can spook me here? Evil key. No. Evil knife. The helpless... You plunge your evil knife into the nearest blister man. The helpless creature ruptures like a massive zit, drenching your body in syrupy pus. Pus acquired! Yay? Oh, that's super gross. That's super gross. Wobbling shadows. Nothing I can do to them. Flapping shadows. Nothing I can do to them. Foyer. What do I do with the pus? Guest rooms. Normal shaped door. He's still normal. Foyer. Inventory. I'm missing 2 items. Courtyard. No. Foyer. Lounge. Men's bathroom. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Wow, you really appreciate a good dance. Here, you totally need this more than I do. The zombie gives you his filthy, reeking Speedo. Disgusting zombie underwear acquired. Review inventory. Okay, neat. Let's try the women's bathroom. She doesn't want... I don't have anything else I've got. Let's try the other stalls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Gosh, nobody has ever watched my entire dance before. Here, you look like you could use some fashion sense. The zombie gives you her lacy brassiere. It reeks like decayed flesh and is teeming with maggots. Okay, is that the whole inventory? Okay, I've got this repugnantly smelly bra. Okay, actually, hang on. Can I give him the underwear? No, he doesn't want the underwear. Spooky skull. Knock knock. All I have is this revolting underwear from a dead butt. Trade? Mr. Brains and Mr. Guts says, marvelous, marvelous. Don't worry about the cost. It's already been deducted from your... Well, you don't know exactly have a word for it yet. We'll see. You'll see. Pleasure doing business with you. Here's our card. The creeping stomach regurgitates a large tapeworm proglotted with a phone number on it. Spookovision goggles received. Yay? Okay, let's raise spook levels. You cautiously put on your Spookovision goggles. Your eyes are assaulted by visions of unimaginable terror. There are dead ghosts with what might be blood on them. There is a scary tree, and pumpkins, and even an owl. Worst of all, there is a spider. Keep telling yourself that it isn't real. Keep telling yourself that there is no such thing as trees or owls. You have been 3 spooked. Okay, guest rooms. We found everything in the guest rooms. Lounge. Let's check out the video game console. Oh, this is Red. This is Pinkish's dad. Run! Now let's go to the guest rooms. Okay, we got everything in the guest rooms. Let's go to the courtyard. Thump thump. We didn't get thump thump. Hit me! Hit me! Hit me! No. Okay, let's... Oh, Millie's Diary 4, 5, and 6. Fingerhair and the fairy fly took me on a boat ride in the honey swamp today to gather honey eyes for Mr. Wrinkles. The gray babies gave me a fright, but Fingerhair said they were stuck down in the honey for good, and if they tried to take away their sweet light again, he would make sure it wasn't honey anymore. Grams was angrier than ever when I came back. She wanted to know how I got out, where I had spent the last 2 days. She beat my backside raw, but Kissy Goose came out the door and kissed it all away. This time I waited until Gram was asleep to visit the door folk. They were angry. They had made a new Gram for me, sweet and soft and wet. Wet! I had left them in the cold black. They were even going to send out the hound, and even Gram doesn't deserve that. We cried. I never knew I could hurt them. They think they can take me from my door, that I am not behaving, and they can make me behaved with new doors and new locks, but my door is not like theirs. My door will know, and it will follow. They will not keep me from my family, and the song, cake, garden, and doll forest, and my dear Kissy Goose. Kissy Goose. Spooky! Spooky! To the foyer. Let's check out the fear hole. From the strange, swirling portal slithers a horrific sight. Volthrax the Abominable says, "Go away! I want to be left alone." What's wrong, Volthrax? Volthrax the Abominable says, It's my wife. I should have seen it coming. She'd grown so cold, so unresponsive, until she finally burst with another parasite's larvae. I shifted zones and wound up here, and you don't want to, hang out, do you? Cheer up, Volthrax. This place is crawling with eligible abominations. You'll see. Volthrax the Abominable says, You mean it? Really? You're such a pal. Volthrax acquired. Okay, I think I know. Oh, logbook. I don't have logbook 1 or 3, but I've got 2, 4, 5, and 6. Living and non-living. Animate and inanimate. Real and unreal. Here, these distinctions so fundamental to our understanding of the universe are mercilessly perverted. I may never see what lies at the heart of this demoniac domicile, but I have seen what lies outside its walls, and between its cracks and crevices. I have seen the black. It is a black without end, but not without life. Squamous figures writhe and flounder in that shunned abyss, groaning and gibbering forms that flock to an intruder's warmth and breath like moths to a flame. I can still see their dim lights through the windows, eyes like swamp fire bobbing in the distant gloom. The foul thing at the desk was a worm when I arrived. Now I do not know that I could liken its shape to any animal or vegetable life catalogued by modern science. Regardless, it has been the most amiable and trustworthy of this fetid manor's tenebrous denizens, responsible for my agonized mutilation only twice this past night. We often exchange personal anecdotes over surprisingly unremarkable tea and biscuits, one of the few rituals holding together what little remains of my sanity. I have seen the architect. I have been awakened at last by its blighted truths. I have gazed long into the sleepless eye that only hates, and I know the meaning of the house, of the world, of the laughable farce we call time and space. So very long that eye, and to think it was a mirror. Spooky! Spooky! Let's unspook ourselves. Magnificent Maggot, do you have any... I don't know what this one is. Let's look at our monster album. We're missing one. We're still missing one. I don't know. Normal guy? Regular guy? Nothing. Lounge. Can I do anything else with the gross boobs go? Oh, I can give her the bra! Can I handle that? See these bad boys, wiener baby. How do I give her the zombie? She already gave me... How do... Inventory. Repugnantly smelly bra. I gave the repugnantly smelly Speedo to the guts. I'm missing something. Okay, she... No. No. Guest list. I'm missing Mummy Man #1. Okay, there's... Okay, hang on. Does this automatically send you to them? Oh no, it's one of the Mummy Man brothers! Bleh. This thing is supposed to be a mummy? Huh. In any case, it's darted out and you've startled you in your already spooked state. So it's in the lounge somewhere. I don't know how to find it in the lounge. So, foyer. Did that fill my monster album? Yes, I've got a full monster album. So let's go to the courtyard, evil door, evil key, distant altar, evil baby, evil knife, advanced darkness, the spooky nightmare queen of all horror. Volthrax the Abominable appears to be in awe. Your monster album is shaking violently. Okay, let's try Volthrax the Abominable. Volthrax the Abominable says, "My God, she's breathtaking. You gotta help me talk to her, please." You're on your own there. Okay, tell her Is that your ass or your face? No, seriously, I can't figure out your anatomy. I love with what you've done with your head skeleton. Queen, huh? You must be pretty loaded. Did it hurt when you fell from the blasphemous, unnatural hellspawn heaven? They say I'm a real nice guy and an unsurpassed cuddler. I will tear you in half from within and feast on your innards. You fill out that latex rubber exoskeleton like a goddess. You, me, and a mountain of dying porpoises. Are those rows and rows of slobbering fangs in what may pass for your crotch region? Or are you just happy to see me? I'll bring the tentacles, you bring the orifices. Those entrails would look even better on my bedroom floor. You're on your own. As you drift down into the... Oh, that didn't work. The spooky nightmare queen of all horror says, "Tee-hee, glad somebody around here finally noticed." Not entirely sure how that worked. Don't entirely want to know. You've already complimented her ass face. Let's try head skeleton. The spooky nightmare queen of all horror says, "For your information, it's called a skledge, and I'm rather sensitive about how small it is." Sheesh, looks pretty big to me. You already complimented her ass face. Ouch, she didn't like this head skeleton crack. Sorry, sklenge. Queen, huh? You must be pretty loaded. The spooky nightmare queen of all horror says, "Why, yes, I am. You looking for a sugar mama, cutie?" Apparently, the queen appreciates being appreciated for her fat bank account. They say I'm let's just keep going from the top. The spooky nightmare queen of all horror says, "Huh? Any idiot knows only rad skeletons have heaven." I'm a cuddler. Don't make me sick. Unless cuddling is code for corrosive secretions, I don't swing that way. Okay, that was apparently too vanilla for a spooky nightmare queen of horror. Very things wouldn't be, apparently. I'll tear you. The spooky nightmare queen of all horror says, "I do like a little old school romance now and then." You look like a goddess. Try harder, little boy. I ain't need nobody to tell me I look good. Okay. Dying porpoises. Will those be slowly dying? Ever so slowly? Happy to see me. Oh, it's both. Always. You bring the tentacles, I'll bring the orifices. I've got a better idea. How about I bring the tentacles and I make the orifices? Uh-oh, the queen's not buying the douchey alpha male attitude. Those entrails would look even better on my bedroom floor. That cornball charmer act is just adorable. Okay. Let's try again. So, ass face, innards, porpoises, happy to see me, bedroom floor. I think it's working. Dude, she's into you. Alright, Volthrax, it's time to reel her in. Ask if she'll let me go home. Display tentacles. Tell her she's beautiful. Let's display tentacles. Spooky nightmare queen of all horror says, "That's it. You and me. Right now." What? Before you can even excuse yourself, the spooky nightmare queen of all horror and Volthrax succumb to animalistic pleasure before your eyes. Animalistic passion before your eyes. You would love to keep standing around and gawking, but the image is actually kind of making blood leak from your eye sockets. You notice a little exit door behind the queen, and you're not sure it leads back to the real world, but it can't be any more dangerous than another spookiest house in the world. On the way out, you notice some curious objects on the floor. Okay, so these are the burger tickets again. Okay, so back to the foyer. Let's see if the Magnificent Maggot... I still don't know what this one is. Okay, courtyard, evil door, evil key, distant altar, evil baby, evil knife, advanced darkness. Monster photo album is shaking violently. Let me see that. The spooky nightmare queen of all horror unexpectedly snatches your monster photo album from your hand and thumbs through it. Well, I'll be spooked! You mean to tell me you've encountered all 60 horrific horrors of the house? That's accounting my sexy self, of course. And your mind is still nearly intact? Babe, I've got a little proposition for you. How would you like it if all this was yours to do whatever you wanted with? Oh, hell yeah! Not me, stupid. The house! I kid. I'll be honest with you. I only set this place up to find me a good successor. Schlorp! Won't be needing this old thing anymore. She's all yours, Sparky. The house, the exoskeleton, everything. Alls I'm taking with me are the memories. Oh, and the billions of dollars. Those are mine. And the royal harem of 10,000 tentacles. Get your own. Now, if you'll excuse me, there are still spookier realities out there in desperate need of a dark mistress. Who knows, we might just meet again in one of these epics. Now, would you mind tidying up a little already? I left this place a dump. You are now apparently the new spooky nightmare queen of all horror! There's also some weird garbage on the floor. Okay, so we've got the different endings. There's the fight ending, the romance ending, and the successor ending. I still don't know what this is. I've seen all the monsters. What am I missing? What am I missing? Interesting. Well, I have no idea what I'm missing. Alright, give me a minute to find out what I'm missing. Okay, so even the official guide won't tell me what I'm missing, so I have no idea what I'm missing. But, we have 99.9% completed, Don't Get Spooked. Thank y'all for joining me for this. This was actually really fun. Like, I love Bogleech's stuff so much. This is so much fun. And I'll be sure to put this on YouTube because Bogleech said he wanted to see it, and maybe he'll tell me he liked one of the voices in particular. Maybe you will tell me you liked one of the voices in particular. I'm always working on my voice acting. So let's go ahead and go see who we can raid. Wrong button. We've got 3 viewers. We're gonna go see who is online. Riani, Dan, Finley. Who is online? What do you say, y'all? Do we want Rihanna? We're gonna go find Dan, because Dan has fewer viewers. So Dan is playing Resident Evil 2, which is a classic spooky game. We love the spooky monsters. So come on and be sure to say Salmon Raid and say hello. Only 2 viewers coming with us. Alright, that's fine. Alright, everybody, let's go!